Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining us. This is INX Prime Live. Remember, we are on your screens every single Monday to Friday between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Now, it's an absolute honor and a privilege to introduce two individuals right now that are instrumental when it comes to, growing the vision as well as the message of Islam as well as the Quran out in the world as well. We are actually chatting to Dr. Haji Ruslan bin Said as well, who is actually the Deputy Director of General Operations for JAKIM, which is the Department of Islamic Development in Malaysia, as well as Nura Shikin Tatuk Abdul Latif, who is the Director of Corporate Communication at Restu Foundation Malaysia. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here at INX Prime Live.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. Pleasure. Thank you. So I just want to get straight into this conversation with you guys. I mean, the work that you do is incredible to both of you. But I just wanted to understand, and I'll start off first with you, Dr. Haji, as well, just in terms of the vision behind this initiative, the vision, the objectives. What made you guys decide to come out and be part of this initiative?
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to thank the invitation tonight. And of course, I would like to thank to Wonder Flooring, who have cooperated in South Africa for distribution of a million Quran success. This is a charity program, with a fund allocated by Malaysia government and contribute by the Malaysian community for the publication of the Quran and its translation in various languages to be donated to the countries of the world, especially the Muslim minority or those who need it abroad. This charity program is in response to the wish of the Prime Minister, our Prime Minister, Malaysia, to print 1 million copies of the Quran in collaboration by JAKIM and Restu. This follows from announcement that Malaysia will print and distribute 1 million copies of the Quran through the Restu Foundation, which is on January 2023. The budget on the last February 2023. This Islamic Development Department of Malaysia, JAKIM, and Yayasan Restu as a non-governmental and non-profit oriented organization respond to the call of the Prime Minister and have made meticulous plan for the noble vision. The printing and distribution of the Quran will take place in 4 phases, targeting 250,000 copies for each phase, inshallah.
Inshallah. And I mean, the work that you guys are doing is incredible. Yeah. Again, congratulations on that. And also just looking at the partnership that was created between JAKIM as well as the foundation, in particular, the Restu Foundation. We are going to come on to the foundation, and I have a lot of questions about that in particular. But Dr. Haji, I just want to come back to this initiative, right? And let's talk about, anything as big as this, and it is a massive thing, and it's an incredible thing. But everything has its challenges. I just wanted to know, in terms of some of the challenges that you guys faced when it comes to pushing out this initiative?
The government moved to print 1 million copies of Quran and translation to be distributed around the world is an important idea in interpreting Islam. This effort is important to give meaning to the appreciation of Islam, which directly dignifies the people and the country. This is a response to what is said to be Islamophobia and hostility anti the burning of the Quran.
No, I love that, and it's true. It's a beautiful way to be able to reduce the Islamophobia that is happening out in the world today. I just want to come on to something, ma'am, without a doubt, if I can just chat to you about the Restu Foundation and just looking at the kind of work that you guys do, because I know that there is a beautiful partnership that's created now between the Malaysian government as well as JAKIM, partnering up with your foundation. But just touching on the work that your foundation does, what's some of the missions and visions that you guys have as a foundation?
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for having us. Alhamdulillah, the foundation works towards making sure more people learn about the Quran, about the true meaning of Quran. We work starting from the copying of the Quran. Each letter is meticulously copied by hands. And from there, we make sure the translation is done in a language where everybody can relate to it, in a beautiful translation that everybody can understand. And further on, we print as well. And that is the whole mission of Restu Foundation. When we copy and we translate, there are illuminations around the verses of Quran, and we use beautiful arts that illuminates the Quran. So we're talking about identity of different countries. So let's say from country of South Africa, it's got its uniqueness, its beautiful flowers. We're going to take that and we're going to put it around the Quran. So that's, for example, that's what we're doing. But for this batch of this 1 million Quran, we take each juzu. If you go to the back of the Quran, it explains the beautiful illumination coming from which country in the world. Any country that speaks English, we take from that country. So we actually send our team members around the world doing research about how we incorporate the identity of the different countries into each juzu and each Quran. So what will happen is we want to break down this barrier where people think that the Quran is written for the Arabs, and that's all. It is a universal language that should be able to be understood by everyone, and it is accessible to everyone. So Allah made it that way, and we want to break down that barrier.
No, I love that. And I mean, just touching on, this whole global Quran copy initiative that you guys are running as well. Just looking at the number of countries, and you said it's a multiple number of countries as long as they speak English. Maybe perhaps you can share with us some of the countries that are involved and, how many countries as well.
The Quran has gone to more than 10 countries right now that speaks English. It's gone down to southmost of the globe, to Vanuatu, Solomon Islands, wow, and all that. And right up north, America, many other countries, anywhere that speaks English. That's it for English translation, but we have many other translations. So anyone who needs Quran, we will try and target that. And we will incorporate their identity of that culture, so they do not feel like the Quran was written by the Arabs for the Arabs. This is a language, this is from words from Allah, and we want them to be able to relate to that.
Inshallah, I love that. I just want to touch on something else. We are getting a lot of questions and comments coming in from social media as well. People are saying that, congratulations on the work that the foundation does, and please keep doing what you're doing. I just wanted to know, in terms of the foundation that you guys are running, how long has the foundation actually been active in the world?
We are 37 years old.
Wow.
So we started with this little mission where we copy Quran for Malaysia, and now we have, by the will of Allah, we are just qadam of the Quran. We are spreading out to the rest of the world. Thank you to Wonder Flooring, the Token family, and Brother Hassan Muhammad for supporting this for South Africa. It's truly I'm awed at how fast this thing took off. It's about 6 months. We talked to each other, and now we are here. And the reception we've been receiving, mashallah, we want to do more here, inshallah.
Inshallah. And I mean, just coming back to you, Dr. Haji, as well, I do know that Jakim plays such an important role when it comes to, facilitating a lot of stuff within that space. I just wanted to know, in terms of the languages that are currently approved by Jakim, maybe perhaps you can share with us more information on that.
Language.
Until today, we have translated to about 10 languages in the world. Then inshallah we speak again, more the language after we need from the other country. So inshallah we try the best, to make sure that this Quran can spread all over the world.
Yeah, hopefully you guys definitely hit a lot more countries as well. I just want to come back to you again, just touching on the concept of Waqaf as well and the role that it plays in the campaign. I just wanted to know, why is it so important, for our audience as well, just for them to get a better understanding, why is it so important when it comes to the role of a Muslim person in their communities?
The concept of Waqaf. No, it's important for us to come together. We who have the means, when people come and visit us at the foundation, I said, you can help in many ways. You can make dua for us. You can give money to us. Whereby giving us the money, what we will do is we will translate that to the printing of the Quran. And as Dr. Roslan mentioned, right now we are going to be hitting about 30 translation by year end. So it's going worldwide. And we are keeping the cost very low. And with that, that's how we are able to distribute. And this, the collective effort by the Ummah, by all the Muslim brothers and sisters coming together, we can make sure we can reach more people and we can do more translation. Now, having JAKIM on board with the Malaysian government supporting this, we can ensure the translation we use are the translation that is approved, that we do not have any distortion or anything like that. Quran never changed for over 1,400 years old, and it's never changed even one letter. Translation, we have to be very careful as well.
No, very, very true. Guys, let us know on our social media platforms as well. Do you have any questions for our guest in studio? You can definitely share it with us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and many of our other platforms as well. I just want to come back to both of you in particular. You know, just looking at this concept, whenever you do have something like this, where you are distributing a mass number of, you know, Qurans, for example, which is such a beautiful thing. We keep on emphasizing that. I just wanted to know, in terms of how communities have taken to this distribution, you know, what are some of their reactions? How have they come back with feedback, for example? Also, just, do you have any memories, you know, from this process that stands out for you, that holds a lot of impact?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, we bring the Quran to South Africa, 20,000 copies, and then we give to the Wonder to distribute the Quran. You can.
Yeah, it was magnificent. We were brought to a few of the madrasa, and we saw how they were cherishing the Quran as well. And we know that there are trucks and camper vans that's going out to do da'wah and spread the deen, and we know that we're going to be part of it. But some of the stories that I have experienced before, like working in Cambodia, where there was an incident where the man stole the Quran from the mosque and he got caught. And the Imam caught him and asked him, why did you steal? He said, I need to read the Quran and I don't have money to buy Quran. So these are real life situations, and this is one incident. I can tell you many more, but we won't have time to cover them, you know. But it's a real thing that's happening. So we take care of their basic needs, mashallah. I've been hearing lots of effort being done by communities, Muslim communities in South Africa, in Johannesburg, that's giving food and all that, while taking care of their basic needs. Their spiritual needs must be met as well. So that's where we, the government of Malaysia, with Restu Foundation, we are here. Let's try and make that happen.
Oh, I love that. That's so important. I just want to touch on another question that is coming in. A lot of people are saying that, you know, obviously distributing 1 million Qurans is not an easy process at all. Let's talk about the logistics behind it, and also the importance of having good partners to be able to distribute in that sense. How was the distribution process like when it comes to making sure that it does go out to the people who perhaps need it the most or want to have access the most?
So what we hope to partner with, we hope to partner with good support system where we have already provided the Quran, we have generated the Waqaf. Now, when we distribute the Quran, we want to know that the person receiving the Quran are able to go back to where they are taught how to use the Quran, how to read well, and how to apply the teachings of Quran into their daily lives. So we pick our partners very well, and alhamdulillah, Allah has guided us here. And we're partnering with a beautiful organization. We're working with Wonder Flooring and Token Family and Brother Hassan and I think IPCI, we're talking to them. IPSI, I think. Forgive me if I'm wrong. And then there's the Awqaf. So this organization are doing such wonderful work. And we're very honored to be able to be a part of this journey as well.
Well, that's beautiful. A lot of people are very happy that you guys are actually in the country to be able to do this amazing work. We are getting a lot of comments and questions coming in from social media, without a doubt. I mean, I just want to touch on something before we do let you go, though. You know, what are some of your guys' future plans? I know that the foundation has been running for quite a long time, and I mean, Jakim does incredible work, and you know, all these different initiatives come into play. Yeah. What are some of the long-term goals that you guys maybe perhaps have in terms of partnerships together, or doing more work together as well?
Yeah, from government side, we try to add more than 1 million, inshallah. But it depends on our budget, yeah? And depend on our partners here, rest to foundation, inshallah.
Allah make it easy. Wakaf. We have to do more wakaf. We have to give more. To make this happen. We are going now beyond the different phases that Dr. mentioned earlier. We're going beyond that now. We're looking at the 2nd million and the 3rd million, and how many more languages we need to touch. So that's important, inshallah. So make dua for that.
I mean, inshallah, that definitely will come through, inshallah. But guys, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I think it's been, you know, incredible interview as well, and a lot of people are very excited and very grateful for the work that you guys do. And thank you again for coming to South Africa to be able to be part of this amazing project and do this work in South Africa as well.
Inshallah. Okay. Thank you so much for having us.
Perfect, guys. That is definitely Noura Shikin, as well as Dr. Haji, who is actually from Malaysia, just sharing with us very important information about this 1 million Quran distribution project that they are doing out in the world today. On that note, we are going to take a quick ad break. We'll come right back.